I wanted to bring up your furniture. You help companies purchase furniture, and I particularly like your process because it's the same as my process. So why don't you talk about that to the audience? Because I think that's, if I'm going to get someone to buy furniture, I'm probably going to hire you because of your process. So why don't you share that?
Sure, sure. So we're well versed in commercial furniture. We work with all the different manufacturers, whether that's Steelcase or Hayworth or All Steel or Herman Miller, Knoll, or any of the other bajillion other what they call open lines. But there's tons and tons of furniture products out there. So we're not selling it and we're not making a commission on any of it. So we're coming at furniture, looking at it of what is going to best fit your needs. And by your needs, that's how it functions, how it fits your budget, what it looks like, all those things that are important to you and your project.
Mm-hmm.
So we can then kind of zone in on, this particular line might be a great fit for you, or maybe there's a couple, but either way, we can really zone in on what's the best fit for you to meet your needs. And then from there, we can do one of two ways, and it really kind of depends on exactly what it is that looks like it's going to be a good fit. Sometimes maybe there's something really specific about a line that works really well for your company, and that's the only furniture manufacturer that can provide it. And if that's the case, then we would reach out to that dealer and help to negotiate for you great pricing. But other times, it's kind of like buying a car. I can get this sedan from Ford or Chevy or any number of manufacturers, mm-hmm. right? And they all have little things that are a little bit better, and something else that's not quite as important to me, but they're all have, one particular city, and it's very similar, right? And so with scenarios like that, and that's often the case, we're able to then reach out to multiple furniture dealers and request quotes. So put it out to bid. And usually by this stage, we've also really gotten to know you. So we know your personality, and because we work with all the different dealers, we also have a good sense for, well, let's ask this company to, provide a bid. Here's 2 or 3 companies that would be a good fit that we think you would be really happy with, and they give good service and whatnot, because we understand what you're after too. So that's how we do it. And then, once we put it out to bid, we'll help you evaluate those bids, because if you've ever looked at a furniture quote, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like trying to read another language sometimes.
They're very complicated because there's
right.
a lot of things, and you need to know what to look for.
Right.
I would have no clue.
And if you're not careful in, asking for those quotes, you can get apples and oranges without even realizing it. So we're able to, one, ask for those quotes so that we're doing our very best to make sure you're only getting apples. And then once you get them, we'll review them and kind of give you our evaluation of, this one is, 5% less. Here's what is different about it. Or 10% or whatever the difference is.
Right.
And sometimes people will say, that's okay. I really like the other product better. It has this one feature that I absolutely love, and we want to do that instead, even though it's 5% more. And other times it's, we don't see a reason not to save the 10 or 20% of going with this lower cost one, because it looks like, we realize that we're going to save 10%, but we're also giving up this one feature, but we'd rather save the 10%. So we can really help you to kind of walk through that and understand, it's ultimately, you have to decide which is more important, the feature or the value, the cost.
Right, exactly.
But there's some scenarios when the cost is more important, and there's other scenarios where there's a specific feature that is worth that additional cost. So, yeah.
I think it's super important because then you can see the true cost as well. I didn't know you. Actually, when you did my office space, my design, hadn't met you yet. I don't know if you
No,
know that.
no, I don't think we had.
No,
And
we
I
had
think it
not
was
met
one of
yet.
the other designers
I
from the
found out
office.
later when we met you that you were, well, I knew it was your firm because your name was
Right.
on the stuff. But I know that just getting the furniture for that, I had somebody that was like dragging me around town to look at all this furniture. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. Just tell me, send me a
Right.
picture. I can't research it. I don't have time. So I know that if I had known you, I would have used your service because it would have saved me a tremendous amount of time. And not
Sure.
only that, I mean, I am particular about how things are, but you have a much better eye than I do. You're going to see things that I would never see in that furniture. Same thing with the
Right.
design. I mean, that's what you specialize. You're more detail oriented. That's not my specialty.